back with another layout for the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut files, and I am using the Birdhouse 2 cut file today, and I'm also using the Havana collection from Prima. All right, friends, I got my digital cut file backed with paper, and then I went with my stickles and outlined the whole die cut, all the white pieces. So I just wanted to give it a little extra sparkle, and it helps hide some of the mistakes and the jagged edges. So I don't know how well it shows up on screen, but it looks really pretty and sparkly in person. So I decided as I was doing this, I thought, wouldn't these two openings in the birdhouse make very cute shaker pockets? So I decided to go with that idea. I feel like if you've got an idea like that, then run with it. So I am going to go ahead and create these two shaker pockets. And what I'm using is just, I don't know how well that shows up, but a foam core poster board. And I just cut a piece of that, ran it through my Gemini, and used the circle dies to get big enough for both sides. And I also have cut out some acetate sheets. I cut out 2 of each using my circle dies. And what I'm gonna do is glue this on here first. Then I'm going to layer the foam core piece, or the foam board piece right here. And then I'm going to add another acetate sheet here to create my shakers. And I'm gonna add foam adhesive to the rest of the cut file so it's all standing up even. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I did want to show you what I was using in case you had questions. I've used this method one other time and it works really well. It's so much easier than trying to line the opening with sticky back foam. Or what is this stuff called? I don't know. Foam adhesive. It just takes a long time to do that and to make sure you don't have any gaps, whereas this way, it's super easy and very accurate. And what I did, because to make this frame, was use 2 different dies together, and I just taped them on my cutting mat like this to create this little circular frame. So this one, I have from a different die set. I didn't have to do that. It cut it out just like that, nice and perfectly. And this one is super easy to do too. You just, if you have nesting circles, it works really well. So you might give that a try. And so yeah, so instead of using, I thought I had everything sitting here, but I don't. And of course I can't find it. Where did it go? Oh my goodness, people, what is happening? All right, so, oh, here it is. Hello, right where I set it down. So I have these, and you can use this, or you could just kind of piece this around the circle, but I just find the foam cord poster board way easier to use. So I'm gonna quit talking. I'm gonna go ahead and just start assembling this, and I will speed up the process and let you watch that. So I'm showing you the glue I'm using is the Beacon 3-in-1, and whenever I'm doing something like a shaker pocket or adding florals, that is my go-to glue because it has a really good adhesion and I'm not worried about it falling off. So here I'm just adding the adhesive to all my pieces and getting them placed down. And then I will start adding my sequin mix here. And this is these are sequins that I got from the Easter section at Hobby Lobby. And then these are from Buttons Galore, and I don't know the name of them, but if I were to do this again, I would do a double layer of the foam core board, because once you run it through the Gemini, it does flatten it quite a bit. So my reservoir was really shallow where I put my sequin mix, which, I mean, it really wasn't a problem, and it still looks really pretty, but just so you can shake it better, and they'd have a little more room to move around, I would probably double up on the foam next time. So, and I originally had intended to use acetate on both sides of the shaker pocket, but I liked the look of the kind of mint green paper instead, and plus I feel like it gave me a little bit sturdier base. So now that I have that all put together, isn't that so cute over there on the left hand side, I've decided to I've started to go ahead and start adding my photo and my background paper. And like I said, I'm using the Havana collection. I've had this in my stash forever, so I'm pretty happy that I'm getting it used. And I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to leave a little bit of a border around all the edges, and I took it over to my sewing machine, or I will take it over to my sewing machine here in just a minute and stitch around all the edges. And I also went in and roughed up all the edges, distressed them so they have a little bit of texture around there. So this is a photo of my daughter and my grandkids last Easter, and it was just a really pretty spring picture. And this layout's not necessarily about spring, or I'm sorry, about Easter, although you do see their Easter baskets, but more about, just a pretty spring day. And in the end, the title for this layout is going to be The Colors of Spring. So yeah, so I was just adding the paper scraps that I had left to create a mat for my photo. And I'm just going to go ahead and start adhering everything down. I did cut out part of that because that's not very exciting to watch me pull off the backing of all that, of all the foam adhesive. I am adding some ATG and some glue because this paper does have foiling on it, and I find that it needs extra adhesive to get it to stick really well. And these are just some leaves that are greenery sprigs that I had die cutted a while back. These are like from Tim Holtz dies, and they just so happen to really look good with this layout, and I had them sitting on my desk, so I decided to use them. And I'm going to just add some floral pieces. These are all Prima florals, and I'm gonna get those added to. I'm gonna create 3 clusters of florals, one down here in the bottom right, one in the top left of the photo, and then another one right there beside the bird. And I'm trying to just make sure that I have a little bit of pink, a little bit of the mint green in each of my clusters. And then I added a cute little bow up there at the top of the birdhouse. And then I have these little tiny flowers that I just love for filler pieces. And I'm going to add those to my clusters just to give them a little more fullness. And I have them in kind of aqua or mint green and pink colors. And then I'm going to just add my chipboard title right there directly to the photo, and I'm going to call this done. Check out the links in my description box below for this cut file, and there is a coupon code for when you make a purchase, you get to get a free cut file. So check that out. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.